I mean,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, the main thing is that right now, I'm more concerned about, you know, our people in general. You know what I'm saying? And one of the main things, the principles of nationality or whatnot, is being self-sufficient. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if like, and one of the hardest things, one of the hardest things I encounter when it comes to even talking about being independent is the fact that a lot of people they are like little children when it comes to white supremacy. They love it so much.
Yeah, they do.
Just like even how you was talking about like the name change, right? The name change that you did, right? And it's kind of difficult for people to understand that you don't need them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We could be all like, the thing is, even in the Black Power and Black conscious community, that's why it was so easy for Brother Polight to kind of like come on the scene and hit up a lot of these wannabe Moors. And I say wannabe because it's all about economics to them. It wasn't about really being we're gonna be super rich, we'll be super exclusive, and we'll be to get money, ball or click. We have money, we have these funny looking hats on, and we'll be doing it good, and we can look down on our brothers and sisters and say, you know what I'm saying, like I can go and finally get that one chick I always wanted, you know, so I can pull up in that Benz or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So it's like out of materialism or whatnot, it wasn't about trying to actually educate people on being free and independent, you know what I'm saying, how to take care of themselves, you know, self-sufficiency. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about that. It was like I absolutely didn't feel sorry for those people that got robbed by Brother Polight. You know, Brother Polight was also a student of Taj Bay. You know what I'm saying? Who teaches none of the shit that he does. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Mm.
He studied a lot of this stuff, so he absolutely knows. So, like, when you actually come into it where that knowledge where, you know, about being truly a national and things of that nature, you don't want to go and start trying to get into the last thing you want to do is try to get into some commerce schemes. You know what I'm saying? Trying to write bills of exchange, doing UCCs and all this kind of stuff. You're trying to pull away from that. What you're trying to do is actually be sufficient and have the people around you sufficient and spread that knowledge of being self-sufficient to everyone else that was willing to listen. You know, you're not trying to be a millionaire in white supremacy or whatnot. It's all, you know, it can happen. You know, if it happens, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
It happens through your work. It happens. But when it comes to it, down to it, you're not there to. It's not there to be for you to become a millionaire, and you know, not at all. Although you could, the main thing is that you want to secure. The main thing is when you decide I'm nationalizing. The main thing is you're saying that I'm going to secure myself, my family, my person, and my community. I want to see us secure. I want us to be able to come together, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And meet on a common ground. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, you know, well, one of the things, too, because, I mean, you know, I'm learning a lot right now because, I mean, I remember talking to another brother who had told me that it was not intended for the Moors to get all into the UCC. You know, so, you know, I mean, I would hear Brother Polight talk and, you know, the things that he was saying, and I knew that he was also from Dr. Malachi York's connection with to the Nubian nation of Moors, too. You know, so I didn't really know exactly what kind of operation that they had, you know, if it was the same thing. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the same thing as the angle that you're coming from.
Yeah, that was under the Nawapian Yamasee Nation. I think it was Nawapian or the Yamasee Nation of Moors. or the Nawapi Yamasee Nation of Moors. That's what Dr. York set up. And they deal a lot in the UCC. They were still in the UCC even back then. But a lot of that comes from the sovereign citizens community or whatnot. And that's because they don't. See, the thing is, the European don't have a nationality that they can use to be sovereign, because all of them are Englishmen by default, and you can't be. They have a sovereign. They have a queen. She hasn't given up her throne. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And for one thing, how are you gonna be sovereign in someone else's land? It's impossible. You know, when you really break it down, and that's the dilemma that they had. So their sovereignty was based in commerce, when you can't base sovereignty in commerce. You know. Because you're not even talking a load of your money at that moment. You're talking, when you fill out a UCC form and you're saying you have a lien, you're saying you have a lien based in Federal Reserve notes. And, you know what I'm saying? So you make it, the Federal Reserve notes is the supreme sovereign. You admitted that it's the Federal Reserve is the supreme sovereign when you fill out these UCC forms.
So you're giving all your power to the Federal Reserve.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not based in any, if you want to talk on the lawful stuff, it's not based in any, not even in the Constitution whatsoever. So you can't, how are you going to claim constitutional protections, but you based in your sovereignty off a lien that is based on the Federal Reserve, which is part of the Bank of London, which is owned by the Queen again. So you're still up under the Queen. You know, you haven't even escaped that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you, like I said, when you're more, when you become, you nationalize, you claim your name, you basically saying this is who I am. I'm a natural. You're a natural person by default. So whatever kind of engagements or covenants that your forefathers have engaged in, you're party to. You're party to that estate. That's basically what it is. So if the Moors were there doing the Constitution or the Treaty of Peace and Friendship or things of that nature, by default, once you nationalize, you are party to those documents. You know what I mean? Whereas the European, because he's a European, he has to follow the codes and regulations of their sovereign, which is the Queen, which is the President of the United States. If they decide they want to be a democracy, then you're trapped in that democracy situation. There's no way possible you could be sovereign. There's no way possible you could be a national in America, you know. And they're having problems where they're getting locked up left and right for messing with the UCCs. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, and even their people that are successful with being with that information don't use UCCs whatsoever. You know, like there's a guy up in Canada named Dean Clifford, white dude. He don't mess with any UCC. He basically uses all the kind of same stuff that Taj Tariq Bey used.
Okay.
You know, yeah. But you know, you don't use that shit. But I mean, like when I thought about, I see about Brother Polight and his people, doing what they were doing. You know, like just think about it. You're gonna pay $2,000 or $3,000 to take somebody's house, just like maybe like a grandmother. You know what I'm saying? A grandfather or something like that. It's dying of cancer or some shit. You know what I'm saying? When those people can't pay their property taxes, it's because of the fact that somebody that got sick and can't work. You know what I mean? Let's be real about it. You know, everybody that had a grandmother, a grandfather, then they got sick. You know what I'm saying? Once they die, you realize that somebody owns the property because they got a tax certificate or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you know, I mean, you're saying that I'm going to jump on the pirate ship myself and be a party to this white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Dealing in tax certificates and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So if he beat them on that, if he beat them out on that, and you paying for the cop's salary. When you paying property taxes, you paying the cops and the teacher's salary. You know what I'm saying? That's where they get their money from. You know, mainly property taxes. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, so you're going to help white supremacy by, paying property taxes, take grandma and grandpa house, you know what I'm saying, or take someone that got sick, take their house, you know what I'm saying? So you can now you got that house, you're going to sell it for like half the price and make profit off of it. You know what I'm saying? And then next time you want to claim that you're indigenous, you know what I'm saying? That's an insult to your indigenous mothers and sisters, your ancestors. It's a total insult. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So you're supporting the slave catchers. You're supporting the same people that tell you that that tell you Columbus found America. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a big insult. You know what I mean? And and it's like the main thing is when a person get conned, you can't. The art of the con, like you ever read the book Trick Baby? The art of the con is you can't con a person unless they feel like they're gonna con you first. You get what I'm saying?
What's
so
it
like
called?
it's a book called Trick Baby, written by Iceberg Slim, the same dude that wrote the book Pimp by Iceberg.
Yeah.
Slim.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a movie on YouTube. You can look up. It's Trick Baby by Iceberg Slim. But
in fact, I used to have a few of that brother's books too.
Yeah.
Huh.
But the art of the con. Yeah. But the art of the con is I can't con you unless you feel I must make you feel first that you're gonna con me. You know what I mean? Before I can con you. You know what I'm saying? That's why a con man never feels bad about conning the mark because you first felt like you was gonna con me. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, because
kind of like I understand that trick too, because I used to see the OGs working on these young brothers downtown all the time, and they'll just have like 3 bottle caps and a balled up piece of pink paper or something, and they'll let the youngster win a couple times. They say, so you want to go for 20? And he puts down like $20, and then bow. Then he gets them.
Working them. And then like I've seen that happen even with the bottle caps, where like dude had a friend out there, and dude like pretend like he's a drug dealer, right? So he'll come up and he'll motherfucker, I pay $1,000. I got $1,000 on the game. You got that kind of money? You got to tell the dude, told the dude with the bottle caps, I got $1,000, blah blah blah. And the dude win $1,000 right there on the spot. And the jitty boy could see it. Like, damn, it was that easy. I followed it myself. I knew I was going to pick that same bottle cap, right? So I seen when dudes took off their jewelry and one of his best friends spit on the dude's finger to get the ring off. You feel me?
Damn.
They fight to get the rings and the jewelry off, right? They put it up there like the jewelry easily went for about $3,000, right? Dude put his jewelry up, you know what I'm saying, to bet the dude lose. You feel me? So it's like, so it's like the jitter boy, where he feeling like, is that easy? I'm gonna get this motherfucker myself. You feel me? So it's like, it's the same thing. Like Brother Polight, just a bottle cap, man. You feel me? That's like, hey, he used your own greed to get you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all it is. So like, I can't feel sorry for those guys that got, man. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? If you're going to look for a hero or savior, you better look in the mirror. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, I feel you. Because, I mean, a lot of times cats are they trying to cheat and they end up getting cheated. I understand that part of the game real good.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the same thing that's going on with cats who's claiming to be fighting for their liberty, their liberation, and their freedom and shit. It's like they want to be cheated. They want to cheat. They want to be cheated, and therefore they get cheated.
Yeah. Like they said, why do the people love the devil? Because the devil gives them nothing.
Give them nothing. Yeah.